Have you ever been through a political, economic, social, legal, environmental, or technological change and you looked at something and thought to yourself, I need to buy as much of that at this price now before things start getting really expensive? Of course you have. We all have. In this lecture, we will talk about a common practice that when applied helps organizations purchase inventory over and above their current needs to maximize their inventory investments. That's right, we will discuss hedge inventory. Stay tuned. Hedge inventory finds its roots in the term hedging. Hedging, which means reducing or controlling risk, is a common practice in many industries and a not so common practice in others. Hedge inventory is actually very similar to anticipation inventory, except there is more risk and quite a bit less certainty in increased demand and decreased supply. Hedge inventory is the excess inventory that is purchased in advance or held in stock as a protection against price increases. The main objective of hedging is reducing or limiting any risk associated with future price fluctuations. A secondary objective of hedging is to take advantage of future price fluctuations. For example, if industry prices are rising, you would want to hedge when the supply cost is low. This helps protect your net profit. There are many reasons that price fluctuations could occur. It may be the simple result of seasonal variations or even sudden market disruptions. Other examples could be changes in exchange rates, political situations, economic promotions, clearance sales, employee strikes, new government policies, and vendor shutdowns. Hedge inventory can also be inventory that is built up for an event that has a very rare chance of happening. Of course, one should weigh the risk closely as this approach is avoided by most businesses since there is no guarantee on return. Some more common practices of hedging are purchasing the always-in-demand commodities like gasoline and grains. These commodities are bought, sold, and traded on a daily basis, and hedging is generally a good way to avoid market fluctuation. Let's look at another example. Let's assume that our example involves a company that depends on a certain commodity. Suppose that K&K's oil is worried about the volatility in the price per barrel of oil. The company would be in deep trouble if the price of oil were to skyrocket, because this would severely impact profits. To protect against this, K&K can enter into a futures contract. This contract hedging tool allows K&K to buy the oil at a specific price at a set future date and time. Now, K&K can budget without worrying about the fluctuating price of oil. Another way that K&K can hedge is by strategically buying up all the barrels of oil and holding the hedge inventory. This now guarantees that if prices fluctuate, K&K's costs will always remain constant and allow them to control their profit margins. In general, there are two basic types or ways of hedging that a company can engage in: hedging inventory for a sale and hedging inventory for a purchase. Hedging inventory for a sale is when an organization hedges inventory so that they can avoid fluctuation in future sales. Hedging inventory for purchase is when a company hedges inventory to avoid future fluctuations in supply or purchases. To summarize, hedge inventory is a method of building up inventory to protect against future events. This requires a great deal of forecasting and speculation and should be done with caution. Remember, inventory, whether hedged or part of a regular cycle, ties up assets. And that's it. Hedge inventory. Now, before you go, I'd like to ask you a question. What examples of hedge inventory can you think of? Share your thoughts in the community, comments, or upcoming assignments, and remember to come back often. We'll see you in the next lecture. Have you ever heard the question, what lot size should we order? Or, what's the lot size of the inventory? In this lecture, we will demystify this question and provide some clarity on what a lot size is. So, stay tuned. Formally defined, lot sizes refer to the quantity of an item ordered for delivery on a specific date or manufactured in a single production run. The size of the lot can vary significantly and is typically determined by demand, but is usually adjusted to a higher quantity so that purchasers can take advantage of volume discounts when purchasing or manufacturing. Also, in general, higher lot sizes result in less expensive transportation costs. In other words, lot size basically refers to the total quantity of a product ordered for manufacturing. A simple example of a lot size is when we buy a pack of 6 sodas. It refers to buying a single lot of 6 sodas. Put another way, the lot size is the amount of a good produced or purchased at one time. Lot size is an important topic in lean manufacturing as well. You see, larger lot sizes and higher setup costs typically drive batch production and push inventory along. Here is an example. Let's say that a salesman would like to make 250 business cards that he can hand out. He assumes that he will use all 250 cards in a year. He later finds out from the card vendor that the most economic print run is 1,000 cards. The setup cost causes 4 years of inventory to be manufactured, and it is very likely that the business cards will be lost, damaged, or the information on the cards will need to be changed or updated in a year. Reducing the lot size and setup costs allows smaller batches to be produced and creates a system where items are pulled through the manufacturing process rather than pushed. Remember, a smaller lot of production is an important part of many lean manufacturing strategies. One-piece flow implies a lot size of 1. Likewise, single-piece flow suggests a lot size of 1 single piece is what will flow forward. You now know what lot size means and how the term could be implied in a lean environment. Now, before you go, I'd like to give you a little challenge. Let's say you have a pallet of 100 items. Each item is wrapped individually, but ships as a pallet. What lot size will you ship if you ship 1 pallet, and how did you come up with your answer? Share your thoughts in the community, comments, or upcoming assignments, and remember to come back often. We'll see you in the next lecture.